What's happening, fellas? We got something really special planned for you today. This is my good buddy, Airplane Mike. What's going on, my good man? He is an airplane restoration specialist. I've known him for about 20 years. Super talented guy, painting and restoring. And he restored this 1954 Panhead, and he's going to be putting it up for sale. He did a full comprehensive frame up, engine out, complete restoration. We'll get into that in detail, but he's also going to do a riding demonstration with Billy as the monkey in the side hack. Just a spectacular piece. Super, super rare. 314 of these were shipped from the factory with the sidecar rig in 1954. This is the original matching sidecar frame with the serial numbers from 1954 on it. It's an original engine cases, belly pans, everything's legit on this bike. There's no China parts on this. All the original factory parts were re-chromed beautifully. Mike's hallmark as an airplane restoration specialist is his paint, and the paint on this bike is absolutely freaking spectacular. This 50th anniversary bike has the badge right here. He even has a keychain that came with it from the dealership, a brass keychain, and it's a next level restoration, full nut and bolt. Without further ado, hop on and give him a quick demo. If you're looking to buy one of these restored, they're very, 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 very few and far between. It's like, well, we like to call it unobtanium because they only made 300 of these, well, you know, many, many moons ago. And in 1954, fires right up. Bags. Guys, this bike is 71 years old. Looks, sounds, and runs like a brand new motorcycle, which really is a spectacular piece of American motorcycle history. Beautiful. Purrs like a kitten. So Mike had been searching for a Panhead sidecar rig and found this one up in Maine. Original matching numbers, 1954 sidecar, super rare. And all the original parts were there. A lot of people like the original patina paint and the rusty, crusty look. That's not Mike. Nope. Airplane Mike is a perfectionist. All of his bikes I've seen have all been immaculate like this. And he went through and did a comprehensive 2-year restoration. He restores planes for a living, so he tracks his time just like he was doing the plane to figure out what he had into it. Over 2 years, he put 700 hours of labor into it, starting with the engine, completely dismantling the original matching numbers engine cases, which are in mint condition, replacing the crank bearings, boring the piston, completely rebuilding the bottom end, the top end, the heads. Has the original cam. I don't know where he got it, but he found an NOS Harley-Davidson exhaust for it. So that's an original factory Harley exhaust. The primary was completely restored. Starter, all the systems on the bike, the fuel tank, the carburetor, the fuel system, coils, everything's been gone through mechanically on the engine. Did I miss anything on the engine, Mike?
No, it's everything's been balanced, and the guy that did it has been doing Panhead motors for probably 25 years, and he knows what he's doing, and this thing just purrs like a kitten.
It does sound exceptionally good. The first time you pulled up on it, I was like, wow, it sounds brand new. It sounds spectacular. I didn't know it had reverse till I saw you back it in earlier today. Such a cool feature. Now, this bike is really special in that it was shipped from the factory with the car, also with a special steering stem. Tell us about the steering stem, Mike.
Well, the front end has an adjustable rake on it. So when all Harleys had sidecar loops on it. So when they made them, you could then buy a sidecar. But this was made from the factory with the hack on it. It's a 54 frame hack, and on the front end is an adjustable rake. So when you took the hack off, you can adjust your rake on your front end. And so a lot of these bikes didn't have that option. And then it also has reverse. So they didn't have that. So that tells me that this motorcycle was designed from the factory, came from Harley the way it is. And then these are deluxe bags on the back. And when they had deluxe, that meant there was chroming that was done. Generally, the back of the taillights on this thing were painted, but these were all chromed. And so I had all that done, and all the chrome, there's nothing aftermarket. All the rims are original rims that I had re-chromed.
Beautiful.
And I put stainless spokes on it. All the sheet metal is all original. These are original Harley tank badges that are on there, 54. Yeah, this thing has been completely gone through. It's a veritable beauty, as my friend Bill would say.
It's remarkable that the bags even exist 71 years later. It's obviously been kept out of the sun.
Oh, I had a week of just laying oil on them to get them back, and so they're pretty nice bags.
The windshield, which looks brand new, that was a whole journey restoring that too. That's the original windshield, right?
Yeah. What I did was it was all cloudy, and there was pits, and we sanded them out. And then what you do is you clear coat it after that, and then you wet sand it and buff it, and that brought it back to its original.
How many hours labor to restore the windshield alone with the clear coat?
We had probably 8 hours just in the windshield, just messing with it.
So all the original chrome on this, the headlights, the rims, all of the new chrome parts are the original chrome parts, not reproductions.
Yeah, these are all guide headlights. So in the back, you can't see it. On the back it says guide. And those are all original. The taillights are all the original glass in the taillights.
That's remarkable.
So they're called, it's Guide who made them. And this is glass, and the top is glass. And even the...
Did you have to restore the glass, or was it just clean?
No, it was in nice shape. I just cleaned everything up. But even the gas caps, and these are hard to find. They're so tight. But the aftermarkets, these are original gas cap that came with this motorcycle.
Professionally restored in chrome.
Yep.
Absolutely remarkable.
Yep.
The paint job is absolutely spectacular. The fit and finish. I know your specialty is restoring airplanes, so it's a super high quality airplane paint job in the original factory paint code, which is what you'd want. And all of the chrome on it is American chrome on the original American parts. The tires are brand new. The brakes are brand new. That's the original saddle on the bike.
I have the buddy seat up here.
Yeah, we do have the bike does come with the buddy seat.
This is the original buddy seat, and these.
This is so you can ride two people on the front of the bike. This is the 2-passenger saddle with the original chrome piece in the back. You see the little patina on the chrome?
Yeah, that's the way the bike was.
That's why he re-chromed the other stuff.
And you can actually have 3 people on this bike legally.
Yes.
Sidecar and 2
maybe 4 if there are 2 little people on the side.
Yeah, and so if you hit third gear with 3 people on it, you better be doing about 35 in second.
So the primary was, everything in the primary was completely restored also.
Yep.
Chain was replaced.
Yep.
How many miles total on the restoration?
There's probably 600 miles on the bike, just dialing it all in, and there's hardly any miles on it at all.
Is that the original speedometer, Mike?
It is the original speedometer. I sent that out and had that all redone.
Who did it and what did it cost?
It was a man out of Texas, and it was about $800 just to redo the speedo.
Yeah, I just got a quote for $600 to redo our BMW R100S speedometer. So yeah, they're not expensive, and they did a beautiful job. It looks brand new. That's not a Curry Aiken. It's not a Drag Specialties aftermarket item, which most people. A lot of these parts are available reproduction on these bikes, so you got to be careful when you're buying one. The original floor boards are intact. Those are the original.
And the rubbers.
71-year-old original rubbers. So the rubbers.
And these are original rubbers too. And I left them on there because I know it doesn't look good, but you can't find those original rubbers.
Spectacular. The fork lowers, are those chromed or polished aluminum?
That's polished.
Looks like chrome.
Yeah, and I polished the
polished
aluminum. These are stainless up here and chrome down here.
That badge, the 1954 badge, this is pretty much unobtanium. You'll never find one of those, and if you do, the only one that we had seen that had come up that had been sold was how much, Mike?
$3,000 just for the badge.
Do you have a little key fob that matches that?
Yeah.
We didn't show them yet?
I think we did.
Check it out. We got the matching original 1954 key fob.
That's what they gave you when you bought the motorcycle. I do have the original Sidecar windshield. I just didn't put it on. I like it without it. But this is just a protection. It's a brand new windscreen on there, so I left it on there so whoever buys it, until they put it on, it won't scratch.
You like the way it looked better without the windscreen, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, these items will be shipped with the motorcycle. We can ship it anywhere in the continental U.S. Roll on, roll off, enclosed transport insured. We shipped over 10,000 motorcycles in and out all over the United States. If you're going to ship it overseas, we do have some overseas brokers. I think there's a couple things left that Mike is going to do before it ships. Mike, was there a couple of items you were going to?
Yeah, I got to. Whenever you do a complete rebuild, you have to retighten stuff. So I have to take the tank off and get to some of the nuts and tighten some things down and retorque and everything, because it's all broken now, and so you have to retorque everything.
Like a 500-mile service on a new bike, right?
Exactly.
So it's going to get the 500-mile service, change all the fluids. It'll be detailed, the engine cleaned, and the paint polished, and it'll be off to its new home. This is an aircraft quality restoration of an original matching numbers 71-year-old factory sidecar rig, and it happens to be the 50th anniversary. I had a 100th anniversary I bought for my kids to ride with me, and it was awesome. I was able to take them out and cruise around on it with 3 little kids. It was such a cool experience.
So all 3 of us have had sidecar.
Yes. You put 40,000 miles on your sidecar, didn't you?
Mine was a little Honda with a 1-cylinder engine, but it was a lot of fun. A sidecar is utilitarian, so you can put things in there, but this is a machine that you'd want to ride to a show with a friend on board.
Absolutely a museum quality restoration. It's hats off, Mike. You did a beautiful job. And
Kenny, this is even the original coil.
Original coil.
It's original coil on there, so it's not aftermarket TED stuff. This is an original horn button. I had all those re-chromed. The high and low beam underneath is original buttons. Those are really hard to come by. This is an original mirror.
Really?
Yep. The horn is original.
Guys, Mike's buy it now price on this is extremely reasonable when you consider. We checked a couple comps. The only ones we found were on a 54s were in the $30,000 to $35,000 range for just the bike, and they needed a comprehensive total restoration. The chrome was pitted and missing on them, and engines leaking oil. And any shop in the United States that's going to do a frame off for you isn't going to do it to this level for less than $150 an hour. So at 700 hours, you're looking at over $100,000 in just labor and materials and parts on top of that. It's a 6-figure restoration of an original matching numbers diamond. So it'll be priced much less than what it could be. You could purchase and restore one for, and it's done, and it was done right by Airplane Mike. So I wouldn't snooze on this one. If you're a collector and you're looking for a real special piece to add your collection, this 71-year-old Harley definitely will ring the bell. Are there any other items on this we should mention?
You know, the cover here is supposed to be stainless. It is stainless, but it had a couple little dents in it. It's supposed to be stainless like this, but I had to paint it because I didn't want to take away and put an aftermarket on. So it's the original, but it had dents in it, so I painted it. So it's.
Is the primary originally black like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, that's all inner and outer primary are all original, and they're very, as you can see, everything in here is all original. All the working components. It's just a really.
Mike, that's tin, right? Tin.
Yeah.
And it's oil tight. For the most.
For the most, yes.
Yeah.
No, there's no way in any Harley in 1954 that it was tight, so it does leak its spot. You know, because it's the primary is oiled from the engine,
Yeah.
and so then it sits in there and it eventually will drip out. It marks its spot. That's why Harleys are so well known.
Really a spectacular piece. If you look real close, obviously it's completely restored, but the original, there was no Bondo put on this leaf spring, typical of any 7-year-old leaf spring. There's a little bit of pock marks in it from the original paint peeling off and a little bit of rust there, but Mike didn't want to grind any metal off or fill it with anything, so there's no, that's exactly how it looks. This original bags, these are the original 71-year-old bags. Of course, it has the patina you'd expect on a 71-year-old bike. There's a couple of threads that came out here, a professional upholstery shop could definitely sew that back in. But this is exactly the way they came when the bike came out of storage. This bag right here, might be able to use a couple threads back in there. Mike's not a seamstress, so
No.
pretty remarkable. This bike was designed at the factory with the adjustable steering head rake and the reversed transmission. That was only Sidecar model options, and it was designated as a Model S, which stood for Sidecar. They would ship them separately, and they would be installed at the dealership. The serial numbers are off from the bike to the Sidecar about 150 numbers, I think. Is that correct? This one's 1320. This one's 54 LE 1323, and the serial number of the motorcycle is 54 FL 1497. So 1497 to 1323. So obviously this is the right Sidecar that was installed at the dealership, and pretty cool that Mike figured out something that the factory hadn't, and that you could, if you made the bracket, you could mount the saddlebag on here, so you have more storage, which is pretty cool. The upholstery on the seat is beautiful, and there is storage behind here too, right?
There is, yeah. This has all been leather. And
That's leather?
It's all leather, and
Wow.
and this is the original toolbox also.
Wow.
Everything's pretty original on this. Original kicker for the to start it. Kicker
remarkable.
arm. All the linkage and everything is all original. It's pretty cool stuff.
I haven't seen a better one.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I've ever seen a 54 Sidecar rig.
Yeah.
I've seen other years of Sidecars, but not a 50th anniversary. Have you, Bill? In
No,
all your
I've
years
never seen one. And Mike's pointed out a lot of things on this bike that exist only on this year model. 54 is a one-off.
Yeah.
And Mike is an expert motorcycle restorer. He's been doing this for, what, 30 years now?
Yeah.
Or more?
Yep.
Because you're over 60 now, right?
Yeah, 61. I've been riding Harleys since I was probably 16 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so I've restored a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like the ultimate work
Yeah.
that you've done here.
Yeah.
And it runs and rides perfectly.
When you bought this bike years ago, you didn't buy it with the intent to resell it. This was, you built this for yourself, and why are you selling it?
Well, I took my grandkids, actually my stepdaughters, their grandkids, and we went to see a movie, and they don't call me Grandpa. And so we went to the movies, and they started calling me Grandpa, and I went, So I got to make some big decisions. So I want to get a camper for my truck, and I want to take them camping and do some things with them. So that's why I'm going to get rid of it.
That's cool. That's a good reason to let a diamond like this go. So
You still like riding it? I mean,
I love it. I don't know. I love riding this thing because it actually really goes well. Me and Billy were in it. You know, when you're going to hit third gear from second, you're probably doing 25 to 30 in second gear, and it's just awesome. And it's smooth as heck. It really is.
We had a revelation here as we were riding that the shoe was on the other foot. last time we rode a sidecar together, he was in the car and I was driving.
Yeah, Billy had
Payback.
me up in the Billy.
Yeah, the whole
Did you scare him a little bit?
Yeah, Billy had me up in the air the whole time.
Guys, if you have any questions about this bike, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We can help with financing on it if you need it. We normally take trades, but probably not on this one since this is a sale for a friend. So, but shipping will hook you up, ship it right to your door, licensed, insured, enclosed shipping. So, and Mike's going to do a final detail and the 500-mile service. So it'll be ready to take to the parade or to the AMCA meet. And I wouldn't snooze on it though, because he's bringing it to the next AMC event on July 25th. So if this video once he brings it there, it'll be gone because well, bikes like this don't. Well, the guys there know it's up. It'll be gone.
Yeah, the last one that was there was a knucklehead, which is a desirable piece also. And I don't know if it was a match and hack with the bike, but that sold for $90,000. And so this is going to go to the AMC meet, and we'll see what it'll bring if it doesn't get sold. But
so you got an opportunity here to buy it from us, but not for long. So give us a call. Ask for Junior. My son Kenny Jr. handles all the sales and do all the paperwork, have everything notarized. We have 100% positive feedback after selling over 15,000 motorcycles and parts on eBay, which isn't easy. It just means that we say what we say and it's true. And if there's an issue, we stand up behind the products that we sell. And this is a bike done by a long-term friend. I know it was done right. And everything he says is on point. So buy with assurance. This one's definitely Kaplan America approved. Thanks for watching. God bless America.